What's up, 7th grade? This is lesson 92, and we're talking about percent change today. And when we've talked about percent change in the past, we've been using percents to find parts of a whole. Whereas today, we're using percents to either increase an amount, like on sales tax. If you have an original amount, then you add a percentage of that to increase it, and you get a new number. That's what we call an increase. Right, a percent increase, and then or also to decrease something. So like if something is on sale, so it's originally $20 and it's 30% off, then that'll give you your new amount. So we were talking about either increase or decrease. And when we solve these, we can use a ratio box like we've done in solving other percent problems, except for ours is going to look just a little bit different. It's going to look like this. We have a percent column and an actual column, which is what we're used to. But over here, we're going to have the original amount, we're going to have how much it changes, and then the new amount. And when we're dealing with these, the original percent is always going to be 100, because that's the original amount. And then if we are increasing, then we're going to add the change. But if we're decreasing, then we're going to subtract the change to get to our new number down here. And we'll have an example of each so you can see how that works. All right, so this is example 1 here from your book. It says the country's population increased 15% from 1980 to 1990. If the population in 1980 was 120,000, what was the population in 1990? So let's go ahead and fill in a few things that we know. First of all, we know that the original percent is going to be 100. That's always 100. And then since it says increase, right here, we're going to add. And notice it says 15%. So the 15 is going to be here. So since I'm adding those, this down here is going to be 115. And I got that just by saying 100 plus 15 gave me the 115. Now it says if the population in 1980 was 120,000, that's going to be the original amount here, 120,000. What's the population in 1990? Okay, so we're wanting to know this new population. So what we need to do then is let's set up a proportion. We can do that. Since I have these numbers and I'm looking for these numbers, let's use those as a proportion. I'm just going to say 100 over 115 is equal to 120,000 over, I'll call that x for now. So I'm going to multiply this times this, giving me 100x is equal to this times this, 138. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yes, I used a calculator. Okay, then to get x by itself, I'm going to divide by 100. This gives me x is equal to, I'm going to take off 2 of those zeros, so it's going to be 138, 0, 0, 0. So 138,000. All right, here's our next example, example 2. It says the price was reduced 30%. If the sales price was $24.50, what was the original price? So let's go ahead and fill in what we know. The original is always going to be 100. Since it said reduced 30%, this is going to be a subtraction of 30. So I'm going to say 100 minus 30 gives me the 70, which is the new amount. Then it says if the sale price, that's the new amount, was $24.50, what was the original price? So original is up here, looking for that one. So again, we'll go ahead and set up a proportion using these ones and these ones. So I'm going to say 100 over 70 is equal to, I'll call this x over 24.5. 0. So multiply this times this. This gives me 70x is equal to this times this, which is going to be 2,450. And then just divide this by 70. Those become 1. X is equal to 35. And again, I just used my calculator to say 2,450 divided by 70. So since we're talking about a unit price here, this is going to be $35 was my original cost there. If you have not seen this already, your homework is on page 638. You're going to do all of the practice set, all of the ones from lesson 92 and from 91, and then 6 more of your choice.